True from Guns America. Today we are looking at two of the hardest hitting, lightweight, 30 cal Magnum rated suppressors on the market. We've got the Banish Backcountry and we've got the SilencerCo Scythe Ti. Before we get into this, please like, subscribe, and share. We really appreciate you guys watching. Today I have Tanner and Zach here with me, and we are going to be swapping these suppressors off and on of a 28 nozzler, and they're going to kind of be like going around without knowing which suppressor is on the gun and listening to gunshots and giving you their impressions of what they thought they heard. Obviously, we're going to have a second camera on me, so you'll see which can was on for which gunshot. There's like a little hill you can't see right here, but they're going to be able to be like kind of over in front of the gun, something that you don't normally, test a suppressor for, and see what they think there. They'll be back behind, but they will not see which suppressor. They don't care. And so we're just going to see what we've got. Today we're shooting 180 grain ELDMs, 28 nozzler. It's a Hornady bullet. We've got close to 82 grains of powder. So it's a lot of powder through these lightweight suppressors. We'll give you the weights and the specs later, but right now we're just going to be testing them to see what they sound like. And I'm going to also give you my impressions. Obviously I know which one is on the gun, so you could consider that maybe biased, but I also am going to give you my impressions of recoil. I have a target at a mile. We were just shooting it a minute ago. The goal here isn't really to hit it, but I may actually be watching and seeing if I can control the recoil or see my shots better through one of these than the other. So here we go. Okay, they're completely out of sight. I cannot see them, but they're only 45, 50 yards away. They're just out in front of me and over the hill.
All right, we're good.
Which one do you think?
I think the second one sounded quieter.
Quieter? I thought the first one.
Really?
I heard the second one sounded like a different sound.
Yeah, it's like more of a thud.
Huh. Sounds so different from back here than it did beside.
Yeah.
Way different.
A lot louder.
Yeah, it just sounded like a different noise altogether.
Okay, so we shot one shot through each of these from two different locations, so I want to hear your guys' impressions first. So first shot was that you guys were out in front of the gun, but over the hill.
Yep.
So something like what animals might be if you're out in a hunting situation. So which shot did you think was the quietest and which did you think was the loudest on the first go?
I think the second shot was the quietest to me.
Okay. What about you, Zach?
Mine was the first one.
You thought the first one was the quietest?
The first one, yeah.
Okay, well.
They're different. They sound different.
How so?
It's just, it's hard to explain, but it's like it just has a different like percussion to each of them.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. All right, so the first shot out of the gun that you guys heard first was the Banish Backcountry. Okay, so that was the first one. You thought it was louder. You thought it was quieter. Second shot was the SilencerCo Scythe Ti. To my ear, and being right behind the gun, I couldn't tell any difference between which one was quieter and which one was louder. There's definitely a recoil difference though. The Scythe Ti has less. I feel like it's easier for me to spot shot through the scope.
Because of the brake on it?
Yeah, I think it has to be because of the brake.
That might be why I thought it was louder, being to the side of the gun.
Okay.
Having the brake on it.
Okay, so when you guys were back, you're about 45 or 50 yards behind me. What is that, 40 yards?
30-ish, yeah.
30 to 40. Okay, so with your backs to me, what did you guys think then?
I thought the first shot was quieter.
The first shot was quieter.
First shot.
First shot. Okay, so the first shot was the SilencerCo Scythe Ti on the second go. Second shot was the Banish Backcountry.
But again, it's a different sound to them.
Okay.
Like to a human ear, like to my ear, they sound different.
A couple observations for me. On the second go around, it was more noticeable, the recoil. I was in a bigger hurry, and I definitely noticed more recoil on the second shot with the Banish, but it wasn't like it was bad. I mean, I'm shooting a 20 nozzler with a 180 grain bullet going 3,050 feet per second. My gun weighs 6 pounds, yeah. Right? And then, you know, add a scope and a bipod, but it's not a heavy scope or a heavy bipod. So it's a pretty lightweight setup. I was actually able to watch and see all 4 of my misses at a mile. Right, I didn't hit the target on any of them, but it was different ammo than what the gun is actually zeroed for. It wasn't really the point. So that's the story there. One other thing I will observe is having to unscrew each of these after one shot and then switch the other one on. The SilencerCo Scythe Ti got hot faster. Like, this was harder to hold on to. It actually might have cooled down faster as well, but it was definitely going to burn me even after the second round, and it wasn't on the ground, or when on the ground and I picked it up. This one definitely was not as hot, the Banish. So interesting kind of stuff here. You know, we're going to throw the price points up on the screen, and we're going to weigh these, because both of these companies, in fact, every suppressor company, I'm not going to pick on these guys, every suppressor company out there, I feel like kind of lies to you when they weigh these things. They'll be like, okay, it weighs 6.8 ounces, and then you're like, oh, cool. And then you get it and you put your direct thread in, and it doesn't weigh what they tell you it does. So I already know that this weighs 8.4. I don't know what this weighs with the direct thread in it. So I will weigh those, and we'll actually put what they actually weighed ready to put on your gun with a 5/8 24 on the screen after I weigh them. So guys, we appreciate you watching. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these suppressors. They're both phenomenal. If the muzzle brake is okay to you, or you like that idea, you got a hard recoiling gun, I'm a big fan of that. I've had the SilencerCo Omega 300 with the brake, and I thought it was money. I thought it made a huge difference. So I'm a big fan of that, but both of these are good cans. So you can go to SilencerCo's website, or you can go to the Silencer Central website for the Banish. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time at Guns America.